Yay, Marlon, Monday workout. I'm just gonna go live and we can sound check. Oh, it would have been like perfectly a minute. I think I just saw that the mic was picking up a lot of background noise when the the heat was on. The AC in this economy and climate. Hi everybody. We got the little heater on down here. You can't see it, but I am gonna leave my coat on for a few minutes because it's 20 degrees. Have some echo. That's a little weird. Echo. Voice mod on or something. I might. There's something called Polycom that was on. I have no idea what that is. Is that better? E-Robs! Sorry, we're just doing a little sound check. Is that better, Marlon? Okay, I don't know what Polycom is or why it was on in the background. What is my computer out here doing when I'm sleeping? Just like meeting people on the internet, being like, yeah, put that extension in OBS. Pranked, human. AI's taken over. But yeah, it is flipping colds. It's flipping colds. Trying to get warm. As energetic as I seem, I also feel today like I could just fall asleep at any moment. But I slept really well, so I don't understand why. Also, please forgive me. Thank you for only getting in one workout last week. We're moving this last workout of block 4 to technically the first Monday of week 5 in a 4-week block, but this is the kind of thing that happens all the time, and I'm very flexible with my clients because sometimes shit's just not cool. And PG was all sick last week, and the world was being stupid. It's still being stupid. I just feel less sad about it and more angry, which I think is productive. We'll see. But PG's fine. And then like Evie's better, and I was just like at the vet, and then I was sad, and I was like, I don't want to do anything. I just want to play Fallout 4. So I did. But yes, it's going to be a good week. E-Robs, I'm very happy you're here. E-Robs, someday you'll be a guest in this gym, and it will be so great, and you can teach us powerlifting things, and it'll be amazing. Cash, so good to see you. Thank you for hanging out so much this weekend. It was delightful. You're all amazing. Mr. K slept in. Yeah, and Marlon has the day off. Yes. Oh my God. E-Robs. Also, your program is like really intense. I know because we wrote it together. You mostly wrote it and I put it in True Coach. And it's a lot. Like 4 a week is a lot. And I know that you can do it. Like more so than anyone I know. I just also know that I am constantly impressed. Also, just because even one of your workouts is really hard. So 20 streams straight, Marlon, yay. Hypothermia. I have my puffy coat on. I got layers. I'm very complicated, like an onion. Oh, I like American Gods. I need to pick back up with American Gods. I'm just like puttering around while I get a few things set up. Also, I don't know what it is, but my bar feels heavier than the bars at work. And I think that's because at work I have my like hurly-burly coworkers around, so I'm always like, ugh, this is totally light and I'm fine, yeah. And here I'm just like, it's just my lovely Twitch chat here who's so supportive and knows my frailties. But at work I'm like, I got it, no problem, 45 pounds, nothing. I'm not doing it consciously, I do think it is happening, which is very funny to me. I wasn't super sore. Actually, no, I was pretty sore after squat day last week, even though I went a lot lighter. So I think it's good. I kind of toned it down a bit. Again, my whole goal around the programming that I'm doing for the first, like at least for the next whole month after this week is just to get into the routine and to figure out what works for me right now with the way that my body is changing and dealing with stress and what works to get in workouts consistently. So also I'm gonna take one of these out because I feel like I'm shouting. And you know what? I already shouted enough. Sorry, we'll pause the music though, 1 second. I realize I'm in my little like earbud dome. Turn the music back on. There we go. Sorry about that. I was just like, you already shout, girl. Let's make sure you can hear yourself. Yeah, so that I'm here, you know, a couple days late, finishing off, like, I'm telling you, different phases of our lives, doing doing 1 or 2 workouts a week for 4 weeks in a row without having a full week where I was like too sick to do anything. That's actually a big deal. So we take it where we can get it. Let me move my leggings up. Lex, thank you for the lurk. I love you so much. Wait, hold on. Oh yeah. Or listen, yes, I've just watched some of the show and I really liked it, but I would like to read the book. I've heard that Marlon has listened to the audiobook of American Gods and said that it's like very shot for shot accurate, which is kind of wild. If you've experienced any of it, it's like, oh, how exactly was that described? Interesting. But I hope you're all doing great today and enjoying hopefully a holiday or just a good day wherever you are in the world. Kind of regretting taking my jacket off already. It's really cold. Okay. Glutes, pecs, cat and cow, adductor rock backs with the door closed so we don't accidentally boop any little kitties with our toes. Yeah, so I was pretty sore, not in a bad way. I think I've been like a nice amount of soreness. Realistically, I think the sorest I've gotten is from this day, both in my shoulders and in my lats, actually, for the RDLs. They've been getting smoked. I'm seeing Jackie now later this week because I rescheduled it from just this last week with all the vet trips. I was just feeling real down. I was like, I don't want to leave the house. I don't want to leave PG by herself. What is the black log? My foam roller? Is that what you're asking questions about? Better question, what is the Black Lodge and why should we be worried about it? It's very on point for this year. Oops, I'm behind my thing. Here we go, now you can see my face, Black Lodge. What is going on? Calling out tomorrow to Detroit. Guess Cash, good call. When did you guys start talking about blood splatter? Is the log of hurdy goodness. It's true. Sebin, I don't know what's happening. I think I'm having a mental breakdown. Oh, I do think I decided for decals and stuff that I'm gonna try to get the QB avatar ordered. That's one I don't want to paint on, but I think I can paint on the words and blood splatter with our projector. So I'll plan to stream that and we can hang out while I do it. You can watch my art skills. Wow, so artistic. And we'll put a black stripe up over there. It'll look cool. And some more blood splatter, it'll be cool. I think that'll really tie the space together. But I'm not gonna put as much over there. I mean, I think blood splatter, black stripe, and then ultimately I'll have some hooks on that wall and things. So, my art's, yes. Thank you, Joe. Mr. K, oh yeah. Foam roller, sorry, I wasn't trying to dismiss your question about the Black Lodge and make a Black Lodge joke. I've just been rewatching a lot of Twin Peaks. Foam roller is used for, what's the word for it? So just, I typically like it at the start of a workout for people because it helps calm the central nervous system. It is basically similar to what massage does. It's just like pressure point treatment. It disperses pressure well pretty evenly onto like tissue-y areas of our body, so muscular or fatty areas that have a lot of cushion. It doesn't tend to feel very good directly on bone. And we like to do it in places where there are lots of nerve endings. So kind of near joints or big wide, like, you know, because you have a lot of nerve endings around your shoulder blades. Your glutes don't have as many, but we do a lot deep into the hip. So glutes tend to feel pretty good. I'm not supposed to be rolling my hips too much right now, but getting hip flexor tends to feel really good. Lower and upper part of the quad where it starts to connect into the joints. And it just helps calm the central nervous system's reactivity to pain and helps calm things down. So it's really helpful for a lot of people who have, depending on the issue, have sensitivity and pain in different, and also because you're kind of like, you know, this doesn't look like a lot of work because it isn't a lot, but I am still having to kind of like move my body a little bit, my core is a little bit engaged. So it kind of really gently helps you get warmed up and also gives you a good sense, like if you roll down to do your back and it's like you go, oh, and it's really, really sensitive, it can give us an idea of kind of how you're feeling coming into the workout. Sometimes you'll find a spot that feels like super, super good to do. But the whole idea is that we're kind of trying to control the reactions of the nervous system when we're training, and its activity and its response to different stimulus. So we start here to calm things down, make them feel safe and comfortable, doing applied even pressure, for different parts of our body to get things less ouchy and feeling kind of safe and calm down. And then we do some stretching that helps just facilitate mobilization of the spine, especially for me, like scapular, shoulder blade movement and mobility, unlocking some things so that we're kind of keyed in to move up, keyed in to work out and move up in our stages of stretching and shit. And then we do, I like to do a little bit of core activation, and then we do central nervous system activation. So we kind of intentionally like calm the nervous system down. We give it a little pat on the head and we're like, shush, shush, shush. Foam roll, foam roll, foam roll, and then we stretch in some gentle, nice ways. Then we do some things that start to prime muscles for movements, and then we do something like my drop downs or some fast jumping jacks that then reactivates the nervous system to perform. And the idea is if you do this in this little way, and it doesn't have to be perfect, but I tend to use some of these principles in all of my coaching and in my warm-ups, that we've kind of chilled things out so it's less reactive to pain, warmed things up in an appropriate way, and spiked our primal instincts to move and get doing stuff. So that's why I have this little flow for things. And foam roll are also great just for in the middle of the day. You can take a break from your desk and foam roll. You can do it before bed. It just generally helps with pain relief for a lot of people. But sometimes pressure and trigger point isn't what people need. Like I mentioned that I'm not supposed to be doing it for my hips just now because they're already pretty irritated. So if you have something that's very irritated and even pressure feels bad, that's not a good place to be doing that. That's why I'm doing my glutes instead of my hips. I also tend to foam roll glutes. Actually, I didn't do my pecs. I tend to foam roll glutes on my hinge push day anyway because they're doing more work. I know that was kind of a long explanation, but what about one of those motivational cat posters? We could do one with PG on it of just her in bed being like, why don't we all just go to sleep? Actually, please somebody write that down. That's a really good idea. Anybody else getting cracking? Sorry, I'm seeing that. Static. Oh yeah, shit. My little thing. Hold on, it just fell off. What? Ah! Hold on. Sorry, mic malfunction. Hold on. Sorry. It fell off of its little thing. I'm sorry. It's just got this. We have had a technical malfunction in my brain. Motivational poster. Rest is important. Okay, I'm so sorry. Is that better? It should be clipped on now. Could you hear all of my nice things I said about foam rolling and the nervous system? If not, that's okay. Also, Joe, I hope you have a day off if you're still here. Sorry. Sounds good now. Much better. Sorry. Was it really bad? I'm so sorry. It came loose. It came loose. You probably can't. Oh, you can still see my face. That's good. All right. Like this area tends to be proceed with caution for foam rolling pecs and the front of the shoulder. I'm pushing away from the floor a lot. Also with like my straight leg and this leg, I'm not just like, that's kind of why you have a lot of contact points that you can use, or you can add more if you need them. So it's not too ouchy. These actually are feeling pretty good. I've been a little bad about my PT. I've been doing some of it in here, but it's also like, not quite a wardrobe malfunction. I mean, someday I'm sure, but there'll be something. But just the inevitability. You're gonna be all right. Yeah. Put your glasses back on. I'm kidding. I'm sure it is actually hard to see. I just have to tease because it's funny to me. Also because I feel like my eyes have gotten so much worse in the last 3 months. I think it might partially be stress, but why am I doing it this way? See, sometimes we're just like, why isn't this working? Oh, because I'm doing it wrong. This is a weird one. I have a really good demo for this on my YouTube. I think I have demos for T-spine, hip flexors, glutes, pecs, quads. That's probably it, but those are all there with better colored clothing and lighting. I was at work and I didn't want to change. So that's just what we're dealing with. What do you mean you can't see on the stream? What do you mean? Joe, wait, are you working? Oh my God. Why are they doing this to you? Rude. It's a holiday. Hopefully you only have 4 days of work. Did you have to travel a bunch this week? Hopefully you're feeling all recovered from Friday. That sounded fun. I'm very sticky today from all the time at the desk yesterday, though. Very, very worth it. Oh my God, Taliscan. I haven't laughed that hard in so long. It feels like it's been ages. And then when we got Alex Favor at the end, I was just like, what the hell? I don't even know what to do. I don't even know what to think anymore. All right, I'm closing the door so we don't get any kitties. Peachy was out here earlier. Maybe she'll come back out in a minute. We put her, she's in the cat bed in the office, of course, so she'd be perfect background for a stream in there, except for she loves it because the windows are open, which always makes my lighting really bad. That's always the secondary priority to the cat comfort, and you know it, but oh, what was I saying about my shoulders before I got distracted? Yeah, I'll get new PT stuff this week. I do think that overall it is like ridiculously better, but we're like a year and a half of rehabbing this shit. But I know that it's getting better. Like, and the stuff is all very intertwined. So sometimes it just takes a little while. Oh, yes. And I've said this before, but I'll say it again. The warm up I'm doing right now, like these couple of movements, a little foam rolling, a little stretching, you can always just take a 5-minute break from your desk and do this kind of stuff. This counts, right? It all counts. It all helps. It doesn't have to be, that's usually the bar I set for myself is, if I don't feel like working out, I will do my warm up. And if I don't feel good after that, then I'll stop. But if I feel okay, I'll keep going. But you can also plan to just be like, I'm gonna take a break and stretch for a few minutes. Like most of my pain and discomfort is from being in like, even if I'm standing at my desk, just from being in those positions, being locked into the same like visual distance for too long. And I know a lot of us deal with that. And even if it's for fun reasons, for gaming and stuff, like it's very tension inducing. We're not getting a lot of blood flow. We're not getting a lot of variance in position. It's like really, really hard. Just don't underestimate it and give yourself breaks if you need it. But like, oh, this feels yummy today. Oh my gosh, can you like feel how good it feels while I'm being like, so nice. But even little things like with my shoulder for a while being this distance away, like this movement, like I get to about here and like holding it here is a little bit ouchy, but that I can get it there at all. Ooh, it's like you irritated me, stop it. That I can pass through this movement pattern without pain is crazy. Because for a while I was having to like bring it down like this to keep it really close to my center mass so that we can move through here. I mean, it's weird that stuff like that is the progress we look for, but it is very important. Oh yes, better crawl. PG is sleeping in the sun. Joe, have a great day at work. I will message you later. Thanks so much for coming to say hi. I love seeing your username in the chat. You're all the best. I know, Peach. She just has such a good smile because she's got like, her face is so round. So when she's got her little eyes closed, it's just this perfect little three. That's so cute. She's delightful. Okay. And these, I don't really have a good like pattern for, so I just play around with. And I'm extremely conscientious of the height of my hips, my palm placement, feeling things through. Oh, yes. I know my right wrist is a little ouchy today. I can feel it. It's not terrible in this position, but it's like, you know, it's like a 1 out of 10, a little bit pinchy, very common after a lot of desk time. All right, that's enough. And it's warm in here because I got warm. Might leave this on over here for a little bit more because every time I turn it off, it's not a super powerful little heater. Every time I turn it off, I regret it. I'm like, I'm warm now. And then I turn it off and it's like, nah, no, you are not. Mr. K, let me know you're, sorry, I'm like burping from my yogurt. Most polished professional streamer on the planet. Oh, I just remembered the last thing I didn't fix. Hold on. Speaking of being polished professional streamer, I forgot to change the Streamlabs chatbot background, so it's a little hard to see on the yellow. Mr. K, if you ever, oh, I need to message. I have a friend of ours I need to text to check in with actually. But if you ever want to like, if you ever need some tips or tricks for, you know, feeling a little better throughout the day or whatever, like you can always like just send me a message. Like, I got you. That goes for everybody too. I mean, like, I just know, like, Mr. K, I see you in person sometimes, so you could also like come here and go through some stuff, not on stream, don't worry, only if you want to. we could, if you want a couple things to help with life in general, whatever you need. Okay, let me get this back. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. Now it will actually hopefully show up in the VOD. I know, stupid thermal energy. All right, let me do my little twitchy jacks. I might not be as fast today. Make sure my mic doesn't fly off. And then I need to keep track of what I'm actually doing because I've been really bad about following my own instructions, which is hilarious to me. And I rolled my mat up, and I probably should do some shoulder PT today. We'll see. The soup cans are there, so we can. Uh-oh. My curls. My hair is, there's a lot going on from the stream yesterday, so I'm just trying to get it out of the way. But also, I don't want to compress the curls too much because they're kind of fun. Soup can way. Technically, that would also count as a nervous system activator. All this shit's made up. That's the secret. Everything. From bench press to twitchy jacks. Someone at some point was like, we need a thing that does this thing. Let's do this. Let's see if that works. All right. Water, RDLs, push-ups, PT. Yeah. Still don't really have something good for that. It's funny, actually. Oh, so I was going to try something else today for my side laying isos. So we'll do those we will do those. I will do my little soup cans. I'll do the soup cans. And then I want to see if this works. Actually, Taliscan, I was thinking of you because of the landmine variations I gave you. I think I can do a version. We'll see. I mean, I have landmine presses later. I don't know, maybe it's not necessary, but I was gonna try it out. Might as well. And I have gravitated away from hand assist here for the time being because they feel pretty good. The balance challenge feels nice. You can make them easier or harder if you want, not a big deal either way. Woo! My right leg's my dominant leg, but my left leg is the leg I plant when I'm gonna kick usually. So it's just sort of clued in from a young age that it's easier to stand. I'm more stable on the left side, which is interesting. Okay. The landmines are great. Squidward, hello. You are OIN. You are pain. Why are you pain today? What happened, Squidward? What happened? No, you're not pain. Did we have a little too much fun last night? Or the right amount of fun, I mean. Okay. No, just woke up and stretched, got a leg cramp. That's the worst. So I know there's no God. No God would let this happen. No God would let you have a leg cramp first thing in the morning. And I find these a little easier with the arm counterbalance, but we can also keep them in close. That's not too bad either. And big thing here is a springy knee. I'm not like locked out. We're very springy. Sorry, I'm trying to use the yellow to my advantage. Well, these are the video game bangers. ban Squidward after his horrible morning. I don't know the Sonic music as well, but there's a Sonic DJ image on this YouTube video. I like these mixes. They did get a little copyright ding on YouTube. But this just means they can't be monetized. I don't care. But they didn't on Twitch. It's kind of funny. Okay, now I think I can turn the heater off. The push-ups got me. Push-ups. Deus Vult. I don't know what Deus Vult is. Okay. Oh, and I need to vacuum in here because now the mix of dog hair, my hair, and cat hair is pretty intermingled. Got a funny little pop on my left side, but it's okay. I'm not like driving off my toes enough. Focusing on other things. It's a little bit better. Feels a little scary because it kind of feels like you're pushing yourself forward into the floor, but okay. All right, mat back down. I'll do the brighter side of the mat so you can see what I'm doing a little bit with my black clothes on. This is Marlon's mat. He has the best mat. Marlon has good taste. Okay. Okay, soup cans. Oh yeah, let me set the landmine up. Let me see. What I'm thinking is doing like a side lying hold with the landmine. It won't be as challenging as with a dumbbell, but I think it will work. So let me see. I'll move the camera down a little bit because I'll be on the floor. Get on the floor. Yeah, okay. Plus you get extra lifts in, moving shit around. All right. Gonna lay on the floor with my soup cans. This is PT, okay? This is what it looks like. Should be the last week of these, they're very silly. Oh, and I got sweaty. Sorry about the breathing, it's just gonna be happening. Oh, these feel hard today. You see me shaking. I'm holding tension. Do you see my toes tucked under? It's like, just chill. I always try to catch stuff like that. Ugh. Who's been out here making my soup cans heavier? Condensed as shit, tomato. Yes, you are. Condense. All right. God wills it. Okay. I like it. All right. Let's see how I can set this up. Just because it's a little long, you know? You just might not be able to see me super well. Let's see. Because I want to be able to get, this might be more work than it's worth, but I wanted to check it out in case it was a functional option. Let's see. I think it'll be a good weight. Hold on the mic cord. Can you still hear me? Yeah, we're good. This is a long cord, which is like good. God wills it for Squid to be banned after his leg cramp. Yeah, I think that works all right. It's a little different, but it's still not exactly easy, you know? I might put a plate on it. What I say as it starts to wobble. I did not set a timer, so I'm just gonna guess. Oh yeah, you'll know this is working because you can start to really feel it kind of between your shoulder blades on the side that's working. I feel it sort of directly to the inside of the scapula on the left side. Okay, I'm gonna say that's about a minute. Ugh. Down is a little bit dodgy. I'll add a 10 to it for next time. I think, oh, I have a little 5. Oh no, this is a little 10-pound. What am I even saying? Perfect. And then it'll be up off the floor. Okay. All right, I'll hit my little bear plank thing. Okay, good. Thank you, Talscan. Talscan, what are you doing today? I know you had work yesterday morning. Are you out of the office today? Or does stuff still keep on ticking? I'm trying to figure out where you can see me. My brain can't deal with being backwards, I guess. Ooh, my little feet. Yeah, they've been a little crampy this week. Talscan, I wonder if I'm having like a similar thing you were having, just like having a little tension. Okay, one round of PT done. Time for water. We'll just do 2. I think I have 3, but it's fine. It's fine. I got all this stuff to do today. I got the RDLs. I gotta do a bunch of social media. It's what we do now. I know that kind of day. And you're just like, hooray, a day off of a bunch of stuff I can take care of. Great. All right, last dance with the soup cans. It's funny because I feel like I don't feel as much intramuscular discomfort because usually this hurts down here, even though the issue is kind of up like labral and then like weakness from back here. But I do feel like I'm getting a little bit more popping, clicking, like a little more mechanical stuff. But I do think that just has to do with as kind of like things break down and build back up. I don't think it's a concern. All right, condensed soup. Oh, nice. Coffee and ARC, excellent. ARC Raiders is really fun. Yes. Oh, good. How's good, workout, excellent. I'll get new stuff to you this week too. That's a lot of what I'm doing today. It's just getting programming done. Bunch of people all do it once. Fly, little wings, fly. Yeah, they don't feel super even today either. I feel like I notice a big, like the left side doesn't feel as high. It probably is, but. I always laugh when I'm doing these, thinking about anybody new coming in and being like, what the fuck kind of fitness dream is this? This doesn't look like Hinge push. I want to play more Hunt Showdown. I love that. Fight some actual people. Ugh. My glasses are all fogged up. No. My steamy breathing. Welcome to adulthood, I guess. All right. I think the soup cans are probably going to be being retired after that. I think that's I think that might be the last day of the soup cans. We'll see. Jackie will be like, oh no, those are great. Do another month of those. And you'll have to see me do those for another month, which will be fun. Again, aside from this week, which will be Sam on Wednesday, I'm probably gonna just do that for workout streams this week. Also, if any of you have questions, I was thinking like, ooh, should I do a thing like they do it Inside the Actors Studio and have all of my guests have to answer like 3 special questions, including like what's their favorite swear word and shit. So if you guys if anyone wants to stew on that and think about something fun, but I was thinking about doing, you know, like what got you into coaching? Like she and I will obviously share like our history. Buzzing Ranger, hello. I'm doing pretty well actually. How are you? Having a good day. I slept really well. Still feel like I could go back to sleep at any moment, but that's normal. I just like sleeping. But you know, she and I will share like how we met and talk about her training philosophy, but also I like the idea of my coworkers sharing like their favorite and least favorite aspects of this career and just like giving you a little peek behind the coaching curtain because everyone has really interesting stories and reasons for what they do. And Sam is just great. So you're gonna love her. But if we have questions, I hope you'll bring them on Wednesday. We're planning to go live at noon. It's gonna be her first time on Twitch, but she's got tons of experience being in front of people and stuff. So more than 7 hours of sleep, let's go. How many nights had it been without it? I'm gonna set a timer on my phone this time. I'm very glad to hear it. I'm a sleepy queen too. Oh, yeah, I'm very, very glad you found it. That's good. All right, let's set this for 1 minute and 10 seconds because I think it'll take me about 10 seconds to get into position. Buzzing Ranger, really glad you got some sleep. Don't mind me while I do my kind of sketchy thing. There we go. Not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad. It's not like the angle, the nice thing about the landmine is that it's not a direct up angle, but I kind of want a direct overhead angle for these, but this is all right. Although uncomfortable on my right side today for some reason. Ah. No, just trying to get everything stacked and it's like, no, you don't. The timer's probably gonna be really loud when it goes off. Yeah, Buzzing Ranger, has that been kind of like a lifelong thing? I know sleep is very personal to our situations and genetics and everything, but is that like a recent thing with sleep struggle or long journey? I feel like I sleep well, but I struggle with actually feeling rested kind of no matter what. You know, I've tried all sorts of different things. Okay, there we go. Okay. Pretty okay. I would say in a pinch that works all right, but what are you doing? Stop. Still like not really something I'm set up to do here. That's okay though. All right, let me put this up for RDLs. Hit my last little bear plank. Ow! Don't hit me on my little toe. Motherfucker. That's okay, that didn't really hurt that bad. It might have a little bruise, but I'm also like a tiny bit clumsy, just like a little bit in weird ways. It just slipped off its little thing. It's gonna happen sometimes. Now I have to put my little toes on the bench and they just got smushed by the bar. Oh my God. I'll be right. I'll be fine. I mean, at least physically. That happens to me like once a week. I think the most common thing I do is when I'm trying to put the trap bar away is I like crush it into my shin. I don't know why. I just like don't think about it. I'm definitely a mystery bruises person. Although it's usually not actually a mystery. It's usually like, I'll be like, oh yeah, I like ran into that coffee table. Oh, I dropped a barbell on my toes. The high intensity, so over-exercise syndrome is a thing. It's really a thing. Like doing intense stuff in the evenings, like 100% makes sense that that could be a complicating factor. You work out really, really hard, a lot. Yeah, it's amazing how much you do though. Hopefully you find good balance with it usually. But that makes sense with how hard you work and how much you do. It's pretty amazing. So just, you know, it's nice when things all work together well. Because yeah, it's nice to not have like the things we like to do that also help us keep us sane, then cause stress and be difficult. I feel you. And I know I'm a little bad about like winding down at night, that I should be doing a little more like, even for me with the intensity that I train at, which isn't like super, super intense. But yeah, I should be doing more and more of that. Ooh, I was gonna actually bring in my wedges today, but I forgot again. So I think it's week 4 of no heel wedges, no training wedges. It's been feeling fine. I'll pull a plate down. I think I was at 95 last week for my RDLs. That was feeling hard, but good. So we'll pick back up with that today. Do 3 sets of 10, right? Yeah, it's a little, it was heavy for 10 last week, but they felt good. Yeah, but Buzzing Ranger is totally like 100%. It's such a balancing act, you know, for all of us. Like, are we like, and what correct is like what fueling or recovering correctly, or what like training correctly or sleeping correctly. Like there isn't really any such thing, and it changes a lot. Just depending on the day, right? Like there's a lot of stuff going on in all of our lives. Even if we're just hanging out, I feel like that's still a lot going on. Taekwondo would be cool. Yeah, get your sleep consistent. Well, you gotta be, with how, I know how much you do. That recovery, like you know this, I'm just saying it for everyone, that recovery is the most important part. And if you're under recovered, then you can, you know, you just put yourself at risk of like really crashing out. Like you'll probably be fine. I don't mean like it's gonna be like, but getting really sick and, you know, not seeing like gains in the way we want to, like different kinds of intense plateaus, like irritation is a big side effect. It's like a big indicator of overexercise syndrome. Sleep disturbances is like the first one, because your nervous system is just too clued up. I've had it for sure. Because like for a while I was doing like, you know, for me doing a 90-minute workout is a long time, because I'm usually usually included 10 minutes of like high intensity cardio and like lots of plyo at the beginning and some explosive stuff. So like I'm still trying to rest a bunch of that, but it was, when I was doing that, I remember getting the kind of like, you just sort of feel like you're a little short-circuited, like stuff doesn't quite settle the right way. But I would like to do jujitsu. I have a friend who is a black belt in jujitsu who I want to come visit. Quinn is the coolest. All right, gang. I think we're ready. Okay. Definitely hard work, but feels all right. I'm doing a little slight toe out stance as well. Just watching a video from like a really experienced coach talking about that little bit of external rotation for RDLs. So just trying it out. I don't tend to have people like, I don't ever really lock people in to super, you know, XY axis straight lines if it's not how their body naturally aligns, but some people really, and I tend to be pretty evenly planted, but I have a little bit of a tendency to turn out. And when we have that little external rotation, that can like tap into some different things. So just thought I'd figured I'd try it out. You know, not everything on the internet is good, but there are a lot of really experienced people out there who know their shit. All right. Pistol crunches. Let's see how these feel today. I was thinking about doing some different core. Oh, I did last week. So these will be good again today. Oh my God. The curls! Clipping up the curls. Yeah, that feels like plenty of work. Feels like enough. Oh yeah, buzzing ranger, that's a big shift. You know, they say like, yeah, in a week, that's pretty, if you're monitoring it really closely. Yeah, just take care of yourself. I know you know what you're doing. It's just a friend, take care of yourself. We're here for you. Good you're keeping track. Very necessary when you train like you do. You gotta support those needs. Yeah. The first round, you're like, these aren't that bad. And then you go to the second side and you're like, fuck, what the hell? Okay. I don't really think that I need the little heel wedges. It felt fine last week, but it's funny because I feel like my knees are more sensitive to having weight pressure on them. God damn it. What's happening up here? More sensitive to having pressure on them, but less sensitive in daily movements. Shit's confusing. Oh, I'm pretty sure Buzzing Ranger has lots of carbs. Oh, because you were in a deficit. Yeah. Yeah. If we're very hard to, well, and I know we've talked about this a little bit. Sorry, I'm trying to be a little bit better about, I assume that if people come into like a fitness channel, they know there will be some discussion potentially of these things, but trying to kind of decide how I feel about like trigger warnings around talking about, you know, weight, calories, deficits, bulking, all those things. I think like obviously you talk about it in the way that I talk about it, which is like very practical, and also as part of your performance and like physical goals and things. Like, you know, I'm sure aesthetics are part of it as well. Just because most people in a deficit at some point have an aesthetic goal. Not that that's 100% what you're doing, obviously, but yeah, just like trying to figure out how I feel about that, but like just, you're being fine. I'm literally just thinking out loud for the sake of everybody else. Let me know how everybody else feels about that. Because yeah, I think it's like, it just like, I know it can be very, very triggering for people with different histories. But I also think it's really important to talk about in the, like when people have like, you know, a good relationship with it, where it's very like part of an equation, very part of like a, you know, it's not necessarily something that causes any mental distress. So I think that's like, it can be helpful to see people who experience like, oh yeah, I'm just like doing these things in a way that's around like a specific goal, not to like punish myself or because I don't think I'm good enough or whatever. Yeah. Yeah. No, Buzzing Ranger's like got 250. Yeah. That's still, so for if what I'm remembering from your total macro intake, I mean, do you know what your percentage split is for your protein, carb, fat? Because if I'm remembering your total intake, that's kind of an average carb intake for a lot of people, like 180 to 270 or 180 to 280 kind of range. So with your total calorie intake for your output, that could still be a little bit low. Not the saying that it for sure is, but something to consider that you may need. Well, if you've gone back into maintenance, I'm assuming that bumped your carbohydrate intake up a little bit. Not that that's necessarily the thing. Sometimes it's just rest, you know, but you know you. Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud, not trying to diagnose or prescribe. Just thinking, because I feel like that's like what I get. I get between like 200, 250, I think. And I think I'm eating about a third as much as you do. That's the only reason I'm checking it. No, probably about half. I just want you to feel better. It seems like you're doing all the right things. Get some more sleep too. That sleep is critical. Yeah. I think I'm standing a hair wider than last week, but they feel really steady today, so I'll take it. Probably. Yeah, Taliscan, I think I try to be really careful. I'm someone who's recovered from eating disorder stuff. And I would say not fully, right? Like, you know, depending on the day. We're still in the like 98 to 99 out of 100. Like my relationship with food is very good, but when you have a history like that, man, that's why I don't track a lot of stuff. It's like, yeah. Okay. Yes, awesome. Perfect. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. And there's a factor like that can make a really big difference in someone's intake. See, your shit's really dialed in. You're doing great. You knew that already. I just like, there's always another factor, right? Definitely not trying to give you any advice. I know you don't need it. I'm not trying to solicit you with advice. I just like to think about it. And yeah, it seems like you have stuff. Well, and that's a really important reason to like have things really structured and mindful when you're like managing something like that. So yeah, fucking good for you, dude. You're killing it. But food is a really complicated thing. It's very complicated and it can change sort of suddenly or slowly over time. For better or worse. But I think our society puts an enormous amount of focus on weight loss above all else. And I personally know and love a lot of fat people and would never want to be shitty to them or tell them to change or make assumptions about what they do. Like I will fucking rant about this every single fucking stream because we're all just people and there are plenty of people my size who still think that they're way too big and we all try to fit ourselves in these specific boxes to please other people. And it's okay if you can always change your body however you want for your own sake. Like that's a big part of body autonomy stuff is like, you get to do what is best for you, whatever that looks like, because the variables are fucking endless. But I just know structurally, institutionally, what this obsession with weight loss has done to so many people, myself included, and how it continues to harm people and take their money and take their time and take their sense of strength and well-being and make them hate themselves and make them hate other people and make them suffer. And I'm pretty anti-suffering, I think, in general. And I think people deserve to be like, taken care of. I'm gonna say it at least once a stream. Gotta be nice to people. And, I had some deeply entrenched, fat phobia shit from growing up in this world, and unraveling it has been very important in the same way that we have to unravel parts of us that have inherent, where we make racist assumptions, even if they are not founded in any logic, or where we behave differently around people from different backgrounds. Like anything that is foreign to us or was outside of our norm, it's very important to be okay and not judgmental about recognizing where we were wrong, because it's usually not our fucking fault. It's normally not a choice. I look back and I feel horrible for the way I talked about my own body when I was going through my issues with my friends who were larger than me, and how that must have made them feel, that I was because it's that classic, well, if you hate yourself, what do you think of me? And it's that never to me was obviously the first thing is well, no, I love you. And it's well, but you value this thing so specifically. So that part of you cannot deny that part of yourself that exists. It's really important to reckon with that in a kind way. We all have areas where we fall a little short, and we all have areas where we don't quite know enough yet. And it's okay to keep learning and growing. And in the same way that somebody who turns away from Scientology or QAnon or whatever. It should be like, there should be lots of safe, or people that are anti-vax that go, oh shit, never mind, we should get vaccinated. Like, never fucking too late. You could absolutely, we will welcome you in with open arms. You want to decide it's okay to be nice to fat people all of a sudden? Yes, fucking do it. Yeah, all right. It's kind of true, it's kind of scary. But they all look so happy. Everything must be fine. I'm getting rambly. I always worry that I'll get rambly and accidentally say something that's like shitty. That's like, I'm always trying to be like, I don't mean to make you personally feel upset. Basically said, drop weight by any means necessary. Oh, yeah. Yeah, fuck all the other markers of health. That's definitely the only thing that matters. I don't know why we're like this. Sleep Eater, how's it going? Oh, I'm trying. Buzzy Ranger, I would love to hear more about your journey sometimes. Thank you already for how much you've shared, and you clearly really fucking know what you're doing, and I know that that's not an easy journey to get to where you have to be like so aware of all the moving pieces in your own health. Like, that's huge. Yeah, I've basically always been this size. I think I put on some weight after my heart surgery because I was having panic attacks every day, and so I was just drinking all the time and getting Dominoes, and I couldn't exercise because it made me have panic attacks. So it turns out if you just get like super wasted and eat pizza every day, you might put on a little weight, and that's okay. Sometimes it is very formulaic like that. Sometimes it's not. Some people do that and they don't change. But mine fluctuated a little bit. But like, it just, I don't know. I've never been in a position where anyone ever looked at me and was like, yeah, your size is definitely the first thing I'm gonna notice, and I'm gonna make a ton of assumptions about your being because of that. And it's just like, it's gotta be a fucking crazy thing. I mean, it's just like very similar to being like a person of color, or having other like physical identifying marks that sort of classify you as an other. Like, it's super fucked up. Why can't we just be nice to people? Just be nice. Immediately looked at me and said, I needed surgery for your weight. That's like Aubrey Gordon talks about that, going in for like an ear infection and then being like, well, have you thought about losing weight? I get that you're like a 30-year-old in a larger body, so no one's ever probably mentioned this to you. Fuck right off. Fuck right off. Which gay guy in Vegas? Oh, the gay guy who poked me in my tummy. That was very funny. Oh, bless his heart though. He was very fabulous. If we were actually friends, I would be like, hey, let's not do that. Also, I've talked about him. Fabulous man in his pink coat. If your first interaction with somebody is to come up and be like, honey, you're too gorgeous to eat potato chips. And I was like, no, that's not true. No one's too hot for potato chips. Shut up. Potato chips are hot. Whatever. But if that's like if that's the way you're kind of approaching the world, and then like, I mean, it's just got to be tough. That's a high standard to set for yourself and everyone around you. He was very fun. I was just like, having a stranger go, oh, look at you, and go boop right in your little tummy pooch as I'm there with my potato chips, like, yo, yeah, she's there. We like a goddess belly. Potato chips built this fucking shrine. I like potato chips. That was very funny. I harbor no ill will. He was very fun, but also it's one of those things where I was like, dude, you shouldn't do that. That's just bad boundaries. It's bad body boundaries. But it was funny. And then my cousin was like, does this happen to you all the time? Do people just like come up and talk to you? And I was like, yeah. But I also go up and talk to people. I don't know what the vibes is. Maybe I just make a lot of eye contact. Yeah. We made our little kung fu noise. Oy. Feeling heavy today. Defiler! The Temple of Diwata. has been defiled. Oh, Dungeon Crawler Carl, book 2, book club in the United Kingdom server on Saturday, 6:30 p.m. EST. If you have read or listened to books 1 and 2 or more, but we're gonna be talking about book 2, please come join us. Also, completely forgot to shout this out yesterday. The amazing M-Dog. We love M-Dog. M-Dog's one of my OG Twitch friends. She's amazing. M-Dog sent me a box of special amazing Canada snacks, and I sent her a box of hopefully special and amazing America snacks. So we're gonna do a little taste test on Friday. Marlon's gonna join. We're gonna like take turns and talk about snacks. I'm very excited. The box has just been sitting unopened on my table, just like teasing me. Oh yes, if you want to join the Patreon, there is a Patreon stream on Sunday. I'm kind of switching some stuff around a little bit. I feel like Sunday, like before Plague Pal stream is good. And I think I'm switching my Fallout stuff to Fridays, at least for a little while, because I have a lot of meeting stuff on Wednesdays right now. And it's kind of a midweek day where I can like get some shit done. Also because I'll be starting up the kettlebell course again soon. And that's Tuesdays and Saturdays, I think, but I'll be wanting to like rewatch the VODs and just feeling like my shit's a little fucking busy midweek. And Friday's a fun night, because also then we can raid Taliscan or Al. Kind of sets us up just right for that. Also, Sleep Eater, I didn't give you a very good hello. I'm very glad to see you. I hope you're having a good day. Hopefully it's a day off. Is the music still playing? Because my earbud is like not working. Tummy! My tummy just got poked by the gay man in Vegas. She free. See? Boop. Oh, there it goes. Just being weird. As long as you can hear it, it's fine. Okay. Burn it out. Also, Buzzing Ranger, I saw you're doing chest. What are you doing for your chest day? That's exciting. Ah! I'm already very excited to eat today. Speaking of tummy. And yes, I did switch sides. I started with hoping that it wouldn't burn out too much. Hair! Hair everywhere. 2 long-haired people in the house, 3 cats, a Zeke. I really like this playlist. It gets down. All right, almost done with round 2, and I've only stopped to ramble about civil rights once. It's a good start. We need at least like 5 more. Okay. Yep. Work. Pretty good. Hard to dance when you're shaky. We'll still try though. We'll throw a dance party in here someday. Especially when the shed's done. Could have people over. We've thrown one party here. I had coworkers over to do cocktail creation hangout time. That's how long ago it was, 5 years ago. probably like 5 years ago in October or something. I think maybe we had friends over for one game night. I can't remember. We at least intended to. Fuzzy Ranger, I'm very glad you're here, by the way. Thank you again for sharing stuff, and thank you everybody for chatting with me about what's going on in your life. I know this can be like a really vulnerable thing, and I know I talk about a lot of vulnerable stuff, just like, oh yeah, and then I went to rehab, and then like my dad died from cancer, and then I had like a disordered eating bullshit, and then like this horrible thing happened and whatever. Because it doesn't not make me emotional. It definitely fucking does, but I have a lot of practicality around talking about those things, and I think it feels very important to me to talk about, especially my addiction history and relationship with food history too, and my body, just because it seems like, I don't know, stuff that we keep really hidden a lot of the time because people have a lot of shame around it, and there can be a lot of repercussions, and it's like I have a lot of existing privilege. It's like, well, the people with the privilege are the ones that need to help fucking level the playing field and be like, yeah, this shit happens. Don't be like shitty and judgy if somebody deals with something difficult, like see what you can do to help. And even if someone really fucks up, I'm not a punitive person. I might seem like it in video games and in my Kill Bill aesthetic. But yeah. But I don't expect everyone else to be like that, is all I mean. You can keep things closer to your chest than I do. It's like Talscan and I were playing Ambition though, where it's like, oh, you guys not sure if you should tell that slutty story? How about I tell a really slutty one first, and then you'll feel more comfortable to share yours. But in Ambition, it's meant specifically to get gossip in order to further our position. For me, I just like it as a form of bonding, but I don't expect it. I just, I like to share things with people. It makes me feel closer to everybody and reminds me of the ways that we're all human. And sometimes things are hard, and it's good to not just be like, oh yeah, everything's great. No, everything's perfect. Yep, couldn't be better. Couldn't they? Everything's just Alex. Why, Alex? Why? Get it trending now. Why, Alex? Why? But Rip? Question mark? We'll never know. Would it be like the sax? Yes, we do. I can't wait to rewatch it because I was just like, oh, Alex is dead. This is a character in a video game. I'm sorry. Also, we don't know if he's actually dead. Oh my God. I like when these go on YouTube, like the story, the drama that we have told, the character arcs for both us and our character in game. This is why we game, for the stories. All right. I'm gonna keep these where they are. They're feeling plenty difficult, but I probably could go up like 10 pounds, but I don't have the option to do that, and I don't wanna go up 20 pounds. That sounds terrible, so. But last set of RDLs for a little bit. We'll be doing different glute stuff next month, or a variation of these. Different glute stuff, everyone's favorite topic. What other glute stuff? Sometimes you have to give yourself a little moment to be like, am I ready? Yes. Take your time. There's no rush. Yeah, I can do 10 more pounds. This does feel fucking hard. good hard, but. We're in the club. They were playing like full EDM at the gym this morning. I was just like 7:30 a.m. like, whoa, who was here first? Like this would be tame compared to what was going on. It was all like heavy thrumming, booming dance remixes of like pop songs. It was so funny. Because I'm a fan sometimes, but even this morning I was like, whoa. We gotta put on some classic rock. Okay, no more RDLs, we're good. What time is it? Okay, just over an hour, good. Once again, these are 45-minute workouts if you do them without talking as much as I do. See, music said, yeah, they get it. Reinforced. But yeah, I've been getting really good glute and hamstring soreness from these. No issues with my low back. It's been a little bit ouchy on and off from just sitting at my fucking desk. But it's been good in here, which is always a nice feeling. Spicy RDLs. Nice, it's only noon. This is when I was gonna start streaming. So we're ahead of schedule no matter what. I feel bad though, my client, my 10 o'clock had to cancel because a family member had their house burned down and everybody is fine and the animals are fine. But I saw pictures, the house is just fucking gone. But they were able to get out computers and documents and kids and animals. But like, it's crazy. He was just like, oh yeah, I'm so sorry. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, take a month, Jesus Christ, whatever you need. I was like, don't worry about that late cancel shit. That's definitely a fucking emergency. Good grief. I'm just really glad everybody's okay though. But that's very, very scary. Woo! Ha! Almost went up and over. And B just broke her neck on stream. It's great. Nah, I'd be all right. It wouldn't be great, but it'd be fine. Ah, this side, right? Yeah. Woo. Wait, I just did that side. Just kidding. Whatever. It's all difficult. Tummy time. Okay, done with that. One last set of squats. And then, yeah, do I just have landmines? Oh, I have my wall sits and my landmines. Gorgeous, easy, easy. Oh, here it is. This is where I'm like, is my vision bad or am I just distracted and stressed? Because I just seem to not see a lot of things that just exist in front of me. Seems a little different than actually not being able to see. Like if I looked at a chart, is my vision actually worse or am I just not paying attention? See, I like a little, just like bump it music. Repetition. Repetition feels good for my brain to a degree. You wanna know what song was fucking stuck in my head before I got on stream? Out of nowhere. It's gonna sound weird with music in the background, but baba ooh mau mau, baba ooh mau mau, baba ooh mau mau. Don't you know about the bird? I said everybody's heard that the bird is the word. Yep, just over and over and over again while I was setting up stream. Baba ooh mau mau, baba ooh mau. And I've done that to all of you, I'm so sorry. Join the club. It's a good song. Okay. Last set. Doing great, we're all doing great. You're doing amazing. Good job, everybody. Finishing out a whole block. Didn't skip anything. Just waited a little extra days. Oh. Take our little victories where we get them. Whew. Way harder than they look. Okay. All right. Landmine, wall sits, stretchy, breathy stuff, rayed out. Doing great. Doing amazing. I think I'll probably leave it just the bar for my left side again. Probably doesn't seem like a lot of progression, but I think it's making a difference, so just keep it as is. I'll see how the first set feels. Might take it up, but also because this wrist is a little bit sensitive. Everything else feels great, but if something's whispering to you, don't fucking abuse it till it roars, you know? Just listen. Poppy clicky today. Oh, right in here still. It's funny. That's feeling good. Popping. Oh, I can like hear it. Gotta go slow on this side. Yeah. Yeah, I'll just slow down on the right. I was just like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I can do these all day. Okay. Wall sit, wall sit, wall sit. I hope everybody else has fun plans for the week too. I just have lots of work. Tomorrow I have like 6,000 appointments. So many. I have like client, appointment, lunch meeting, appointment, client, dinner with a friend. I was like, there's one other thing. I'm busy. Okay, 60 seconds. Ew. It's a little tight. Just vibe. Oh, fuck, it's only 20 seconds. It's not great. I'm not resting on myself, I promise. Coach Ray would come and be like, no, Claire, hands by your sides. 20 seconds remaining. That's better. Oh, so shaky. Just not looking at the clock. Let's just not look. And that's enough. All right. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Lord Jesus. Pretty quad heavy hinge day, you know? But I need it. I need it for my little knees. Also, that still gets good lateral hip. It's very hard. All right, let me grab a sip of water and then we'll hit set 2. Trying to be done in about 15 minutes. Yeah. And although the wall sits are, you know, a little miserable, none of this stuff needs a super long rest. Yeah, it's a lot harder when I go slower. Okay. runny nose. Yeah. Because I am warm and cold at the same time. It happens. Oh. Thanks everybody for sticking out the last little bit with me. I already got all my goofy ass PT out of the way. So that I love and is very helpful, but is also really silly. Many truths can coexist. Woo! What a bop, as the kids say. Gotta stop looking at the clock, there's no point. What's the worst case scenario? I go over by a few seconds? If I can. 12 seconds. Oh, makes you feel alive. And done, okay. Ah, oh my God. Yeah, oh yes, Cash. Cash, you really, really made the Alex ghosting very funny. That was a team effort. So good. Oh, those are nasty. Nasty, nasty. How much time is left here? Oh, we got lots of Mega Mix left, good. That's all I was checking. All right, last set. Like I said, it's the elbow, the transferring of force. I did break my arm here. Like if this is my elbow, right here. So I was in this cast for like 6 weeks that I used as a weapon frequently, apparently. I don't remember a lot of it, it was first grade. But, oh, I wonder why is this arm the one that's been kind of fucked up the rest of my life? Got some weak points. You know, it's all right. I just didn't ever, well, like the PT when I was a little kid sucked, it hurt me so much. The doctor was really nice. It just really hurt. I tried to be brave, but it hurt so much. I'm always shocked by how much of this I feel in my tricep. I mean, it makes sense. It just, you can really feel it. All right, last set here. One more super miserable wall sit together, so less miserable than it could be. I can tell you when it starts to pop too. It goes right there. I just passed the pop right there. If I bring it in a little closer to my body, oh, it doesn't go away every time. That seems to be the worst spot. I'm considering this like a proceed with caution pop. That side's kind of been like that for a long time. Not saying that it can't get better, because I'm sure it can, but it's not painful, it's just weird, and I'm trying with each rep to not have it pop. Do what we can. Stuff like that's tricky. I don't think it's exacerbating anything. My elbow's not really in pain usually, but I don't like that it pops. But it's good information for me with other movements, right? All right, clock's on. I'm just gonna not look at it. Last one. Last one. been 35 seconds, that's not bad. 10 seconds, okay, we can do it. Oh, light it on fire. Oh, Jesus. I can feel can you see this? Ah! When you're in a wall sit position and your little heel starts going, ah! Like, you know what'll help? I'll actually start lifting my heel off the ground. Okay. We did it. Yoga mat, back out. I should put the bar away. Okay, gang. Lots of different moods, feelings over the last 4 some odd weeks, but we did it. Block 1, 4 weeks, 2 days a week, setting our sights on something attainable, trying to take care of ourselves in the right way for what we need right now. I think we have done that. I definitely feel better because of it. Oh, I also feel better because Ogden's here. Monday fun day. I'm gonna leave the intense music on for this. But yeah, good work everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I will ditch these. Especially Ogden. Thank you for being here. What were you doing until 5 a.m.? That sounds fun. But yes, 4 weeks. Not that long, but also quite a while. We started this in 2025. We'll be starting up a new block next week. That would be the only thing. Maybe next Monday, I'll do another program stream, or maybe this weekend, because I'll see Jackie on tomorrow. I guess maybe I would do that later this week. I gotta get my whole schedule dialed in. This music fully does actually relax me a lot. But yeah, again, good morning. Oh, league grinds. Oh my God. You guys are wild. You guys in your league. Ah. I'm also really interested to see what Jackie has to say about my rib stuff. I will get Jackie in as a guest sometime. I bet she'd be down. She's great. That would be the day. We'll all be bringing questions. She knows so much about so many things. Not that Sam also doesn't have a shit ton of expertise, especially with things that I don't know very much about. I just know, like, if I'm gonna have something really prepared, like Sam will roll with it with me a little bit. And Jackie would too, but I wanna be like ready to share her, 10 plus years 15 years of doing what she does. I can't remember, she's been doing it a long time. But she also taught yoga. She's a jack of all trades. A Jackie of all trades. Oh my God. Qu'est-ce que c'est, Ogden? I'm not surprised. Telskin, have a good workout. Thank you for everything. Merci beaucoup, mon ami. Vive la France. We're doing it. We're working out. We're amazing. Again, I bet you were getting them though. What rank are you or whatever? I don't know anything about it. I keep trying, but I'm just I don't know. Just to be able to talk about it a little bit, but I'm also Also my client who plays, I'll get to their house a lot and I can hear him just shouting at people. Just what the fuck are you fucking doing? And I'm like, this sounds really intense. He's very competitive. But I think, again, I feel like you also. I think I put you two in the same league. Balls, bronze 2, was silver 2. I mean, I'm nothing, so I still think that all sounds good. Two minutes of stretching, just because it sounds nice. Oh, we just hit an hour and a half. That's great. That's a good length for these, I think. More is fine, but especially on a day like today when I have a bunch of stuff I have to do. A bunch of stuff I get to do. Do these mind tricks work? Sort of. If you really buy into them, they work. If someone else said that shit to me, I'd be like, you fucking get to do it then. I think outlook shifts can be important. I think outlook shifts can be in Portland. Important. I know words. And places, and people, and things. I think that, you know, mindset is a thing. But I think there's also a lot of, it turns into grind set really quick, and I'm like, oh, I would love to play some DayZ soon. Oh, maybe we could do some of that later today. Let's see how much work I get done. I'll ping you. I'm not super flexible. I'd like to be more so. That'd be nice. I know I'm like average, I think. But I always like when I see people do like really flexible things, I'm like, oh, that looks nice. Okay, we did a little bit. Oh, I'm supposed to be doing more twists. Let me do a twist, a little gentle twist. Oh, maybe we need some random DayZ in the UQ server later. So let's see what we get done. I'd be down for that. Twist for the low back and for the digestion. Kind of stringy. All right, gang, good work. Block 1 done, officially. Proud of us. I like this plan to go be DayZ murderers later. Let me see where we're going. I know Salty was on earlier. But I bet we got some good options. Oh, let me make sure Twitch is muted. It is muted. Gorgeous. Let's see. Oh, I think that Marlon's coworker might be on. There's also Cole Runnings is somebody that I followed recently who does fitness stuff. He's a little bit bigger, but he's like not huge, like 5,000 followers, 5,000 plus. He's doing lower body. I don't know if he's an Extra Life person, but he's really nice. Or let's see, Rain is playing Banisher's Ghost of New Eden. I'll let you guys pick if you want to go. I'll just double check with Marlon that is his coworker. I mean, not that we can't raid somebody that I'm following, but fitness or game. Marlon, will you double check that that's who I think it is? Yeah, good job, everybody. Thank you. This has been a wonderful experiment, new thing for me. We're gonna keep it up for the whole year. Again, there'll be some weeks where I'm gone, but that'll be all planned. And aside from that, we'll be working out, and I'll be working out on the road too. I did the thing. If I can do it, you can definitely do it. There's always a way to make it work. So, I know. Didn't really take a lot of stuff. Well, we got one good week with back squats at 135, which honestly felt really good because I know that's not crazy. I know that's not crazy for especially people with like more testosterone than me. You know what I'm saying? But that for me, from where I was, and also back squats have always been, they were a huge weak area for me because of how like my lower body is built, where I have specific deficits in my strength, so that I can do them now, that they feel good, they don't cause pain, that I can like kind of get under the bar and be like, cha, those are my sound effects for back squats. I hope you love them. I mean, that's huge. Like, it's not about the number. It's not about the weight. It's about how it feels and about where you're at and what you need. Here, I'll send it to you. I think it's her. Let me send it to you on Discord quick. I just, her camera's a little, oops, sorry. Her camera's a little small. Okay, I've got streamer mode on. Cool. Oh my God. Marlon, we don't message each other very often. Disable streamer mode. I hate it. I don't know why I'm not just like searching your name. We really don't send a lot of messages though. It's very funny. Well, because I get to see you in person. All right, check and see what that's. Because otherwise, E-Robs, thank you. Back squats. Yeah, we did it was a good couple weeks. Yeah, I love you all so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being accepting of me. And my random shit. New things will be happening every month, all year in here as I evolve the space and bring in some guests and change what I'm working on and continue to, grow as a coach and hopefully a person. Don't fucking hedge your bets. Don't. I will become a better coach. Person, outlook not so good. But it's gonna be an okay year. We're gonna be here together. I couldn't do without you. I couldn't. And weirdly, this has been a great way for me to be like, I guess I need to work out a bunch. Usually I'd be like, well, no one cares. And now I'm like, oh, Claire, you said you wanted to have all your workouts recorded on YouTube so you could watch back and see your progress. So you better fucking go do it. Cool, we'll raid Rain, that'll be nice. Awesome, thank you, Marlon. Okay, everybody, we're gonna go raid an IRL friend, coworker of Marlon's who's super nice and comes and says hi sometimes over here. So we wanna send some love back. She's great and you're great. And let me get that raid set up right now. And we'll go say hi. And then I will be back on sometime soon. Mystery Wednesday. I will be back on with Sam at 2 p.m. in here. 2-ish. Give us, we may need to set up a little more. 2 p.m. EST. My plan is to have Sam coach me, do like total body stuff. So it's gonna be great. We're gonna go through what we're gonna do for the workout live on camera so you can kind of hear our process and we're gonna talk things through. I also feel like that's a good way to kind of like get comfortable and say hi to everybody. Just like, because you're all, none of you are that intimidating, but you could be, the collective action of all of you could be like an emotional overload on a new person. So we want to be, get everybody feeling groovy. We're so groovy and happy and cool on stream all the time. All right, we're raiding. Let's go. Let me get out of here. I gotta go eat food. Wednesday, 2 p.m. Be there, be square. Bring your questions for Sam and her awesome fucking coaching and great sense of humor and just great everything. Maybe we can get her to do some It's Always Sunny impersonation, monologues, Pepe Sylvia stuff. I know that's a big fandom of hers. So be ready. Thank you, everybody. Goodbye. Love you. Goodbye. I'm leaving now. Bye.